Okay, I haven't made a video in a long time. I don't make many. But out at one of my bee yards, um, I've got 4 packages here in the yard. Uh, so we'll get into that here in a minute. But I want to talk to you guys about some of our local beekeepers and about our club. So uh, we'll go with the club first. Uh, we've done 3 Zoom monthly meetings so far. Um, I don't know. I talked with Jerry today, and we don't know if everybody's getting the message because, or maybe you guys are just busy or not accustomed to Zoom or anything. Zoom's I'm finding is pretty easy. Uh, you have to download the app uh, and then you just get signed on for the meeting. And remember, the meetings are still the same, the second Friday of every month. And so for information and directions, just go to Inland Empire Beekeepers Association, go to the website. Uh, if you're not getting the emails, reach out to the membership and get signed up. Um, it's $5 for a year. Uh, Send in a check. Uh, Swing by my shop. I'm still there a lot of times on Saturdays. Uh, changing it over to my welding shop. But with that said, I want to thank everybody that supported Julie and I for 7 years, 7+ years. Um, but it's been kind of a rough transition, some aspects, but overall really good. I'm getting to do a lot more things like actually taking care of my bees. We're going to go through a package here in a minute, but I want to reach out to everybody, say thank you, and then second thing is my YouTube channel doesn't. It only has a few videos on it, and so. But I'm starting to work with Larry a little bit. We got some ideas coming up for his YouTube channel, and he's putting out some pretty good videos, especially for you first and second time people, and anybody that just wants to casually see uh, a hobbyist working on beehives. So I don't do links or anything, so I'll try to talk this out slow. It's go to YouTube and do a search for Larry's. No, I'm sorry. Back that up. Do a YouTube search for Larry Lee's Bees. So Larry space Lees space Bees BES. Um, Go to his YouTube channel. We're going to try to. We've been coming up with some ideas to just do kind of uh, discussions on topics and not necessarily mites. Everybody's sick and tired of hearing about mites. We hear about it at the meetings and Facebook and everything else. So, but we want to try to find some common ground, and maybe we'll pull questions or something off Facebook. So, and then I guess one more topic. I seen something quite disturbing the other day on Facebook through the Washington State Beekeepers Facebook page, and a lady had bought 3 packages, mail order, I guess, and received all 3 of them. Yeah, they were dead. Um, what happened is uh, an equipment supplier is well, there's several of them, but they're offering mail order, and they shipped them. Well, they took apparently they took 3 days longer than what they were supposed to take. So that in itself was hard on the packages, as you can imagine, being cooped up in a little tiny shoebox with a screen on it, and probably being handled fairly roughly. And shipping companies, they don't know how, they don't have bees very much. So anyway, she showed 3 pictures. Very disturbing. I don't know how anybody would want to treat their bees that way, especially when they're trying to build a name for themselves. Uh, they didn't have any food. There was no syrup cans. They starved to death. Um, there's what, I don't know what they got price wise, but $450 to $600 worth of bees dead for no reason other than carelessness. Okay, and so, you know, I try to promote. I've sent out emails and stuff saying, you know, hey, promote local businesses. And here's something I've found over the years: if you call some of the major beekeeping supply stores, and I'll throw their names out, and hopefully I don't get in trouble, but Dadant, Man Lake. Um, I've dealt with those guys for a number of years, and you hardly ever give it a try. Maybe you'll get lucky. I think I've taught over probably the last 10 years. I think I've talked to maybe 2 people that are in customer service that are going to take your orders that have bees and know what a beehive is. Most of them, no fault of their own, they're just there taking orders just as any other business. So reach out. When you reach out to your local people, you know, support them. Don't go in and don't go buy all your stuff online and then turn around and go in and ask for free advice, because you're going to get it, and it should be better if you supported your local shops, and that's not just here in Spokane, that's everywhere. So I don't know, maybe I'll get it lucky and someone from back east will see this, who knows. I don't know. I asked Larry yesterday. He's got about 20 videos, and I got 5 or 6, I think. And my package install videos got over 600 views. The others, they weren't very good. Let's face it, I don't do YouTube much, but he's got over 1,100 subscribers, and I got 17. That's hilarious. So not looking for asking you to subscribe. If you want, great. Anyway, trying to convince Larry. He's on board, but it takes a while to set up. So maybe he'll be set up this year. I'm trying to help him out when I can, and when his time allows, and set up a small extracting operation. And speaking of that, you know, we're not doing that anymore, and so you guys need to start communicating with each other. Go to the Zoom meeting and ask the questions of, you know, is anybody going to extract? Extracting is really difficult. These by far, even though it's early in the year, these are my best bees I've had in, oh man, 5, 6 years, because I'm getting to spend time with my bees instead of helping you guys. And I didn't mind helping you guys. I didn't mind doing the manufacturing and handing everything out, you know, and working the store and working full time. But it wasn't enjoyable, and I was killing more bees than surviving. And we had 19 make it through the winter, which that's a really good number for the last few years. And really am on track. I've got 4 nukes coming. I did some trading with a guy. So I got 4 nukes coming, and I bought 4 packages. Thanks, Jerry. And but 19 plus the 4, so 23. So I'm gonna have 27. But by the end of next week, because I'm not really looking for a honey crop, I'm just trying to get my grow back up a little bit. I don't want to get too large, but gonna be so by probably end of June, so another week or so, week to 10 days. Today's the 21st of May. I'm going to be close to 40 hives, which is really cool. My overwintered ones are huge. They're just, man, I was so fortunate last fall. COVID sucked. Sorry, family thing, but it was terrible. And I had a lot of extracting to do, but it also allowed me, without having to show people how to extract or just hang out and take away from the time, I was able to go out and do a lot of mite treatments that I normally don't get to do. So, and the bees look fantastic. Got a few hives, obviously. They went through the winter as singles, and those queens, I tell you, they held in there. I don't know how they made it through this winter, but they did. I mean, we're looking at in a 10 frame box, 2 boxes of bees. So in this yard here today, I'll be stripping brood and bees, and I go pump those girls up a little bit. They're good queens. They don't have the bee population, and I'll try to film that in case any of you guys are interested. And I got to reach out to, a couple buddies, Richard or Larry, and get this posted up on YouTube, because my internet connection's terrible, and there might need to be some editing. So uh, I'll make some more announcements, maybe send out an email about Larry's channel. Again, that's Larry Lee's Bees on YouTube. Um, he's got swarms on there he's caught, and package installs, and some doom and gloom from last year and stuff, but he does a really good job at it. And so anyway, we're going to go through real quick on show you this package and what she's done. She was put in right at 30 days ago, because package B day was April 17th or 18th, something like that. And I didn't get these for Jerry. Needed to make sure he got everybody covered, and he knew that if he had any extras, I would take them. And he was kind enough to call me up and say, hey, come on in and pick these up. And they sat in the cages for a few extra days, but he kept them cool and made sure they kept feed on them. So they did really well. I've already gone through 3. This one over here to my right, just added a second box to it. The 2 over on the other side, it's not a queen issue. I'm going to have to come out here and feed. They were doing really good at the house, but I moved these out here 2 weeks ago, and there's nothing for them to really eat right now. The hive that I had is the second box too, showing a little bit of fresh nectar. They're showing pollen, but they're not showing really any nectar stores, and they still got comb to draw. So I've got 4 overwintered hives out here. 1 needs a queen replacement. I already know that, so I'll be robbing brood off of these guys more than likely. With no food and kind of a cold week and rainy, they're going to be set back a little bit, but it'll be enough to build up the 3 or 4 I got at the house that need some help. So again, can't strive enough. Support your local guys. Go in and definitely support them, and they'll support you. They'll be glad to see you. Jerry's shop's a lot smaller than mine. I have no idea, because I just don't have a relationship with Ari at Bee Maniacs, but I don't know what they're doing. All I ever hear is curbside pickup with them guys, so I don't know where they're at. And like I say, I don't really have any communication. It's not that I don't like Ari, it's just, yeah, we don't communicate. So but they're doing it, so if you post stuff on Facebook, or you send an email and you need some help, you guys got to give better descriptions, and really most everybody has good enough phones now, including myself, that you can take some really good pictures, some nice clear ones, and post those up, or put them in an email if you're having problems, or if you just want to brag. But if you're having problems, make sure that you check your spelling, because sometimes people just get to going, and I do it. You should check your spelling, because that's important to make sure the meaning's right, and don't rush through it. Talk yourself through what you're gonna do, and then post it. Read it before you post it, so that you give real good information. So hopefully you'll get good information back. Okay. So been talking long enough. So anyway, let's dive through this hive. It'll only take a couple minutes, and I'll give you a quick peek at a 2021 package after basically 30 days. Okay, so let me adjust this, and hopefully we can. Doing this by myself, as you can tell. So got my flatbed back on the road finally. Awesome. Thanks to my wife being very supportive of some of the stuff I do. So let's turn this. I got a huge reflection, so pardon my face here for a minute while I try to adjust this and see what we're looking at here. The sun's blind. Got it. You know, hopefully that's gonna show pretty good. It should. I'm gonna do what you're not supposed to. I'm gonna get more to the front of the hive so I'm not in the way, and hopefully this turns out. All right, smoker here. Excuse me, folks. And sorry, the camera's tilted. It's uneven ground. I don't know. Well, that's gonna have to work. Hopefully you guys get the idea. Let's move it here. Yeah, let's move it here, and I'll just have to. All right, maybe we can edit that part out. I don't know how to do any of that, but let's dive into this hive. So they have a, I've already been through this, just didn't think about filming this till after I got to this one. They got a full frame of honey. These girls are doing pretty good. These two hives are doing really good. The other, I didn't give enough food to, didn't give them enough frames of honey. I was running out. So I don't know if you can see that, but because I can't see what you guys are seeing, but we've got lots of pollen in there, and so this area is all got a lot of pollen, and then we got a bunch of nectar up here. And it's fairly windy today. I don't know how fast. It's about 57 degrees, but the bees are nice and calm. And if we treat them nice, then they'd be nice. So we just had a brood hatch out of here. She hasn't come back and laid it yet, but we still got brood here. I don't know if this is going to show, but see, we have that's what a drone cells looks like. That's not a queen cup, okay? But see the center again, laid out really good. A little bit of food up here in the corner. Same thing with this corner, and then we got pollen. So this is a really good frame, and let's hope it turns out. So let me put my hive tool down. So we've got little capped honey here and some open nectar. Then we have pollen, and the pollen comes all the way across. And it's not every cell, but it's quite a bit. And then a little more pollen right here and more capped honey. And then this side is primarily just honey, or just fresh nectar up in the corners. So they are finding a little bit, but it's not enough to encourage. So I'm going to come out and feed this yard a couple times and build them up. This is a frame several years old, but again, we've got lots of brood here. So same thing on this side. We've had some hatch over here. I don't see the queen, but I'm not really, I hardly ever look for the queen. If I got eggs and larvae, then I'm not going to mess with the queen. Okay, so now this frame here, it had a big hatch. They backfilled a little bit of pollen, but they'll move that out of the way as they expand. Oh, look. All right, so there's the queen. Hopefully you can see that. All right, and of course, drone. Let's get everybody out of the way. So there's a drone running around in there. Again, lots of pollen, but she's just started investigating this frame to come back and lay on. So that's pretty good. See how calm they are? You know, don't smash any bees. Try to be real careful, but don't spend a lot of time in your hive either. So another good frame. Lots of capped brood. Now I don't know if we're gonna get this. I don't like shaking frames of eggs, but for this video I'll go ahead and do it, and so you guys can see what hopefully what eggs look like. I can get enough of them off of here. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but maybe, just maybe, I can get the right angle. Well, hopefully, I'll just move it back and forth and kind of twist it a little bit. Hopefully you can see, like right at the corner of my hive tool, down in that cell, that's an egg. Okay, so we had a hatch on this, but she didn't come back and fill it in right away. And part of the reason behind that is it got kind of cold. And so now it's starting to warm up again. Same thing with this side, but she didn't really want to lay up towards the front entrance, which is kind of typical when it cools off. You know, you get some weird weather. Again, really nice frame of brood, little spot, but not bad for a fresh queen this year. There's another side of it. So hopefully this is coming through. I have no idea if this is even showing up. We'll find out, I guess, maybe after we shoot it. Again, lots of, okay, so now we can shake this one off and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the front, I got built-in reducers on my pallets, a lot of my pallets, but put my hive tool down here. So right here in the front, we've got larvae, but see, it doesn't extend all the way down. They were drawing this comb out, but it was cold. It got cold for a few days. All right, so here we have a whole bunch of larvae all the way down, and look, it gets bigger and bigger. So she laid this, they capped it, then she came back and she laid this and filled that in, and there's little specks of pollen up in here, and then you can see she came back again and started laying out, and it just keeps progressing. So we got about 1.25 inch band through and up and around, and then we got about a 1/2 inch band, and then we got about a 3/4 inch band here where she's come back and laid on this frame quite a few times. So hopefully you heard that. I'll say that again. About 1 inch band of older larvae, and then about a 1/2 inch, and then about a 3/4 inch. So she keeps coming back and laying on the frame. So and everything's looking pretty much like that. I want to go back to frame. Come on, get out of the way. There we go. I've seen and this was, I think, the frame the queen was on, so I want to be careful here, but is that not it? Let me go here. Well, the queen's on. She's moved over to this frame now, so disturbed her. Where'd she go? She was on here a second ago. She walked to the other side. I want to try to grab her. Don't want to damage her. Where'd she go? There she is. Okay, so I'm going to go in here gently. Okay, I placed her over there. I wanted to move her because I'm going to shake these bees off. Okay, so here's some good, hopefully this is coming through. Here's some good examples. So here's a queen cell cup right here. Okay, and we'll look down in there. It's dry. This is just in case cell. So we'll just go ahead and remove that. Okay, so that could have been a supersedure cell, and it's just a just in case cell is what we call them. And then if you look here on the bottom, there's a cell, there's another one right next to a drone cell. More cups, and then drone cells. This is actually this one I'm pinching out. That was a drone right there. So you really, they'll put them in there. They're no big deal. This thing isn't. If I left it for another week, they might try to swarm. Might try to build some swarm cells. But anyway, I wanted to show you that. I hope that came through. And I'm going to put this hive back together. And with the strength that this hive has, it's going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a second box. with a feeder. I just got to bring some feed out. I don't have any feed on the truck today. But so let me get that box and close it up. Okay, get the lid on. Okay. All right, so hopefully, yeah, I gotta wear glasses to see stuff. So I know it's kind of a long video. I'll try to maybe shorten a little bit out of it, but I don't know. I like to leave my videos the way they are. They're mine. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll probably shoot another video of pulling brood, and then another one of using that brood to boost up a hive. So you can, especially first time or second year beekeepers can get a little idea of how that's done. And oh, the wind's picking up, trying to blow the camera over. So thanks a lot. I appreciate it, and I'll try to get this video up here in the next few days, and maybe it's of interest, and you guys could let me know or not. And thumb up, thumb down. I'm doing this more for fun and maybe to help you guys out too is my intent, but it's also kind of fun just to talk to myself, I guess. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and happy beekeeping. Don't forget IABA website. Check out the Zoom meeting stuff, and they're recording that stuff, I believe. And then, real quick, the last Zoom meeting that we did this last Friday, it was good because you guys got to have input more than what you would even at a regular meeting, which was kind of cool. Other than Jerry was like me, talked the whole time. So, but you guys got to ask some really good questions. You type them in or get on the microphone and do it. So if you don't know how to do Zoom, ask one of your friends to show you. Get a grandkid. Grandkids apparently know everything. So they're real good at that stuff. I guess, I'm 55 years old, so I guess my generation taught them how to just do computers. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and support your local shops and check out Larry Lee's Bees. Thank you.